Welcome, amazing one, and let's solve this beautiful geometric problem together. We are given a trapezium A, B, C, D, or you call it trapezoid, whichever. They are the same. And inscribed is a circle such that the circumference of the circle is touching this trapezium at this point, you can see. And this length, CT, measures 3 units, length TD measures 4 units, and then the question is asking us to find the area of the trapezium ABCD. Is this something you can do? Don't worry, I will take you through it step by step. It's just so easy. Now, for us to find the area of a trapezium, you know that the area is simply, you see that these two lengths, these two lines, AB and CD, they are parallel. You see these right angles here. So these two lines are parallel. And to get the area, it's just for you to add these two parallel lengths, So it's going to be AB plus length CD. When you add it, multiply it by the height, the perpendicular height, which is this length AC. When you multiply by length AC, divide the result by 2. And that gives you the area of the trapezium. Now the question is, how do we get length AB? Do we know this length? We don't know. Do we know CD? CD is from here to here. We can easily get length CD by adding the whole length. From here to here is 3. From here to here is 4. So this whole length is 7. So we have known length CD. But do we know length AC? AC is the perpendicular height, this. Until we find these two lengths, then we can now find the area. Let me show you how to do that. Now, what you need to do quickly is to remember these few theorems. And you know that each time you're working with this kind of problem, please target the intersecting points. So what you need to do is, this is the center of the circle. It means you are free to drop a line from the center to touch this intersecting point. And that line is the radius. Your radius is the line from the center touching any part of the circumference. So we are targeting the intersecting point, this one. So we are going to drop a line. So let's join it together. So we have, just do it gradually. So this is our radius. We are also free to drop another line. We are targeting this intersecting point. So we're going to drop a line to touch this. So we also do it this way. So do it gradually. This is what you have. Now at this point, quickly remember this theorem. So we can take this part off. For any time you have a circle drawn and there is a line drawn to touch the circumference at a point, this line is what we call the tangent line. If a line from the center touches this tangent at this point, it's always right angle. And you know that this line from the center is your radius. Now going back to this, remember that this line CD is the tangent line to the circle because it's touching the circumference at a point. Line AC is also a tangent line. Line AB is also a tangent line. And this line BD is also tangent because it's touching it at a point. So these 4 sides of the trapezium are tangent line. Now, having understood that, we can apply this theorem here. This reminds you of your tangent and your radius theorem. Let's see how this helps us. So it means that this line from the center touching this right angles here, and this from here touches this right angles here. So it means that, you see, we have formed a square. From here to here measures 3. Automatically, this length will also measure 3 units. From here to here is also going to be 3 because this is your radius. This is also going to be your radius. And if this is true, we can get from here down to this. So in that case, we are going to have it as this length is going to also measure 3 units because it has formed a square. Now, what should we do next? You also know that you can drop another line from this center to touch this. So do it. It's also going to give you this. You see that this has completed this a diameter line because diameter divides the circle equally. It means from here to here is 3. Automatically from here down to this is also going to be 3 units. So we have known this whole length, and that gives us length AC will be 3R3, and that is 6 units. Now, what should we do next? We want to target length AB. So let's get that length. To do that, you just need to remember you said that from here to here is 3. So it means that this length, because you see that this is also a square, this is right angle there, and you see that this length, this line is your radius, touching the tangent, also right angles. You see you formed another square. So from here to here is 3. This length will also be 3 units. So what should we do next? We need to find this length, so we can label this place M. Let's label it point M. So we need to find length MB, this length MB. Now, how should we do that? What we need to do is you observe that this length AC is parallel with this. So we are free to draft or create another parallel line from this B to drop at line CD. Let's do that. So if you do that, this is what we have. Just drop another line parallel with AC. So we have it this way. Now we can call this line here N. And what do we do? This length is parallel with this, and they are all equal. So it means length BN should also be 6 units. So to get this MB, we can say let it be X. Let length MB be X. Now, if this is X, you observe that MBTN is a rectangle. Let's clear this so that it looks clearer. Did you see? So this length, this MBTN has formed a rectangle. And you know that the opposite sides of a rectangle is always equal. So length MB should be equal to TN. So if here is X, this length is also going to be X. Remember that from T to D is what measures 4 units. This length. Just remember, this whole length is what measures 4 units. And if from here to here is 4, from here to here is X, we can get this length ND. And what will it be? It's going to be 4 minus X. Did you see that? So what should we do next? We are targeting bringing out this part of the shape, which is the right triangle, to help us to find this X so that we can now find the area of the trapezium. Now, what should we do? To bring out this part, we need to get length BD. How do we get this length BD? To do that, just remember this theorem. It says if I have a circle drawn and there are 2 tangent lines drawn to touch it, remember this is your tangent line and this is also your tangent line. We said that these 2 tangent lines are equal, and this obeys your tangent and tangent theorem. How can this help us here? Now, if you go back, remember we said that TD is a tangent line. And if this is true, you see this length from here to here. So we can label this length P. This place we can label it P. It means that length, see, watch, length TD is equal with length PD. Did you see? Obeying this theorem. So we are going to have length TD is already measured at 4 units. It means length PB will also give us, so this length will also measure 4 units. Now, what should we do next? We need to complete it to get length BP. So how do we get this length BP? You also observe you can see this theorem in this upper part. Just watch. Did you see this upper part? You see that this is a tangent. MB is tangent and BP is also tangent. And you see that they are both touching the circumference at this point. It's just obeying this. So in that case, it means that MB is also equal to BP. Did you see it? So it means that this length is also going to be X. In that case, it means we can find this whole length. And what will it be? It's going to be X plus 4. So the length is X plus 4. Now let's bring out this part of the shape, which is the right triangle. Let's do it together to find X. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for always choosing to learn through us. If you love what you do, why not subscribe for the more you get? Make sure notification bell is on because you get updates from us every day. Don't forget to also like and share. Thank you. And let's keep doing this to have. So bringing us this right triangle, this is what we have. this length is measured 4 minus x. Length NB, this whole length is measured 6 units. And then BD is measured x plus 4. Remember that this has led us to using your Pythagorean theorem because we are working with the three sides of a right triangle. Applying Pythagorean theorem, we are going to now have, so this is going to give us, let's adjust this. So we are going to now have this length that is opposite to the right angle is always the longest. So we are going to square it. It means BD squared should be equal to the square of the two legs summed. And that will give us BN squared plus ND squared. Keep solving. We now have BD is given as x plus 4 all squared is equal to BN is given as 6 squared, and this is given as 4 minus x all squared. To simplify, just remember a plus b squared is equal to x squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Applying it here, we have x squared plus 2 times x times 4 plus 4 squared is equal to 6 squared will give us 36. Then we now have for this, just remember a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So if you apply it here, we are going to have 4 squared minus 2 times 4 times x plus x squared. Keep solving. We are going to now have x squared, multiply this, it gives us 8x. 4 squared gives us 16. Now for this we have 36 plus 4 squared will give us 16. Multiply this, it gives us negative 8x, then plus x squared. Keep solving. Let's take it to this part. So we have x squared plus 8x plus 16 is equal to that. We can add these two, and that will give us 52. Then minus 8x plus x squared. So what should we do? We collect like terms. You see that this is x squared, here is x squared. They are both positive. To remove, you subtract x squared from both sides. Now what should we do? Subtract this. This is gone. This is gone. So we are going to be left with 8x plus 16 is equal to 52 minus 8x. What do you think we should do next? To remove this negative 8x, add 8x to both sides. We have add this, it gives you 16x plus 16 is equal to 52. Subtract this is 0. To remove this plus 16, use the opposite, subtract. So we are going to have 16x, subtract this is 0. When you subtract this, it gives you 36. So to get x, remove 16, divide both sides by 16. And when you do that, we are going to have x is going to give us 36 divided by 16. And when you simplify this, it gives us x will give us 4 here will give us 4, 4 here will give us 9. It gives us 9 quarters as the value of x. Now that you have found x, let's go back to the diagram. Remember we said x is equal to 9 quarters. So what we should do is to replace our x here. And when you do that, it means that here MB is going to be 9 quarters. Now that we have known the whole length, which is AB, these two parallel lengths, we have known it, and the height, we've known it, we can go ahead to get the area. And we said area of trapezium is, so to work this out, we have area will give us AB, this whole length. So we have 3 plus 9 quarters, then plus CD, which is 7, multiply it by AC, which is 6, and then divide the result by 2. So when you do that, it gives us area will give us, this will divide this, it is remaining 3. So we have 3, add this together, it gives you 10. So we have 10 plus 9 quarters, is to be multiplied by 3. Simplify this, we are going to have area is equal to 10 plus 9 quarters gives us 2.25 is to be multiplied by 3. Simplify this, we can work it out here. So we are going to now have, let's conclude here. So we have area is equal to, add this, it gives you 12.25 is to be multiplied by 3. So quickly multiply this, it gives us area of the trapezium is 36.75 in squared units. And this is our answer. And I hope you really learned something. Don't forget to tell us how much. You can also ask questions, I'll be there. And I'll also be curious to see your own method. Thank you for always choosing to learn through us. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.